Hey everyone, welcome back to Two Nerds and a Podcast. And today we are wrapping up the boys. And what a season that was.
Oh my god.
It took a wild turn.
Yeah, I would just like to state as a fact that the deep is literally the worst.
Oh, where's my phone? I gotta read you.
Get your notes.
I was making notes while I was watching it, and this is like the first note I wrote, and I wrote, I'm gonna beat the deep up. I hate you so
Yes.
much. Nothing could ever make me like you. I hate that you
Correct.
have any screen time at all. Except for except for that one time when you did make fun of Butcher's accent, because that was kind of funny.
Yeah. That was
Because
hilarious. But
when he that was honestly that it was the only part of the deep where I was like, okay, that was good, but every other time I'm like, I hate you.
I want to punch him literally every time he's on the screen. And unfortunately, the actor, is it Chance Crawford? Possibly, I don't remember, but he has like okay, so like Homelander's actor has the perfect like shark stare where there's like nothing behind the eyes.
Yeah.
The Deep's actor has the perfect like dumb face where you're just like you look at him and you go, I know you're super dumb.
You
Like you're
like
the
anything that's
dumbest
gonna come out of
person.
your anything that's gonna come out of
Dumb.
your mouth is dumb.
Yeah.
I thought it was hilarious that they were both like screwing what's her face? Ugh, why can't I think of her name? Sister Sage.
Mm-hmm.
And the Black Noir replacement was like, you get lobotomized. Because he doesn't have to she doesn't have to get lobotomized with him.
Yeah.
So I thought that was funny because I'm like, you are literally so stupid and you're just an awful person. The fact that he just let Ambrosia die,
I
I literally was like,
know.
you
He literally locked her in a closet and let her suffocate. And I was
yeah.
like,
I'm like, you are the definition of like trash. Like, get
yeah.
off the screen. I'm tired of you. I would rather deal with Homelander, okay?
Yeah, I would 100% take Homelander over the Deep because, oh man. But yeah, I wasn't expecting Ambrosia to die.
Me either.
That was literally the most tragic thing on this show. Like, out of
Yeah.
all the deaths,
I know.
that was the saddest death.
Because it's like, bro, you locked her in this closet, in this
In this
tank that you wouldn't
little
even
tank.
clean. Yeah, this little
Yes.
tank, and then you just killed her.
Yeah. He
For
wouldn't
Sister
put her.
Sage, who has to lobotomize herself to even be around you? Like, are
Yeah.
you kidding me?
Oh my gosh.
Like, listen,
Yeah.
I don't approve of like this bestiality stuff, okay? But like, Ambrosia deserves so much better, and I know she was an octopus and she maybe didn't understand that the deep is just terrible.
Yeah. He's an idiot.
Like, so stupid. Oh my god, he makes me so mad.
Oh my god. And all she wanted was to be put in the tank above the bed where I imagine she probably has been her whole life. And some, what was it, sugarfish? She
Yeah.
wanted a snack. But yeah, the fact that he like kept her in the closet, one, rude. Two, that tank was way too small for her. That's like saying, here, I'm going to strap you into an airplane seat, and that's what you're going to sit in every day, all
Yeah,
day.
that's what you're gonna live in. And then when you shit yourself in that
Yeah,
seat, you have to just sit in it.
just sit in it forever.
It's like as if the deep couldn't get any worse. And then like
Literally.
that happened, and I'm like, you are literally just awful. Like, actually, I would much rather take Homelander. Like, much rather.
Yeah. Yeah. And like, you would think too, like, because I feel like in the first like two seasons, the deep has such like a sensitive heart towards all the creatures of the ocean. So
Yeah.
you think like anything that comes from the ocean is gonna be his soft spot and that he will always like respect the ocean, but we should all know the deep don't respect nothing.
No.
And so when he just like turned on her, I was like, that is literally the most backstabby thing he could have done
Yeah,
to
like
anybody.
did we forget about the dolphin?
Oh,
Like, and the Deep was all butthurt about that, and then when he had to eat
yeah.
his friend, like he didn't want to eat his friend,
Timothy.
Timothy, whatever his name was,
Timothy.
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 I'm like, you are, but like, and out of all of the animals, out of all of the ones that he's like, this one was just
Yeah.
like, just terrible. Like, yeah, no, the Deep, literally. Oh God, I could go on and on about how much I hate him.
Yeah. And Ambrosia loved him till the end. And I was like, bruh.
Yeah,
You had literally the one thing that I mean, like, I get that it's an octopus, and yes, that is very weird, but you have the what, like, the truest form of love, and you're just like, yeah, but, and then when he threw the fact that Sister Sage had 4 limbs instead of 8, I was like, bruh, that's
yeah,
such a
you're
low
like,
blow.
that's a low blow. Like for an octopus, like come on, dude. Like she can't help it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Um. Yeah. No, the Deep is awful, and
Yeah.
I am so tired of seeing him.
And his face is everywhere on social
Yeah,
media.
his face.
Everywhere.
Also, like when him and Firecracker were like singing that song together, I
Uh-huh.
was like, I would rather gouge my
Oh,
eyes out
God.
than like if like this was like a
Yes.
real thing, I would literally like lose my
I'd rather
mind.
die.
Because Firecracker
Yeah.
irritated me this entire season.
Yeah.
I not a fan.
I do I I like her in the sense that she's irritating, but she's not necessarily annoying. Like she's not like a stereotypical annoying girl like they do in a lot of TV shows. Like I'm irritated with her, but not because she's doing normal like girl things, just because she's irritating. Like
Yeah, like she's
Homelander
yeah,
and like the Deep, like they're just irritated. It does. I don't care what their gender is. It's just irritating.
they're just irritating.
Like if they had
Yeah,
given her the like if they had taken her personality and made her a boy, would still be irritated. Like
yeah,
it's just comes with her character. So I think she is brilliant in that respect, but like if she was a real human being that I had to interact with, like I don't understand how Ashley has survived so long as the CEO of Vought.
yeah. I don't
And I
know.
get she don't have no hair no more, and she went very cuckoo cocoa puffs at the end.
Oh my god.
But I'm just like, home, like, was the money truly worth it to be the CEO of Vought?
Yeah, because even at the end, like A Train's like, "Let's go, baby, let's go," and she's like, "No," and I'm like,
And she's
"Girl,
oh,
girl,"
when she said no, my heart literally shattered into 1,000
because like
pieces.
you could tell she wanted to go, but she's
Yeah,
so connected to Vought that
and
she
she's
just
so trained to believe that she is needed as the CEO and that she can somehow control the train wreck that is Vought.
yeah. Ugh, I love Ashley though. She's probably one of my favorite characters. I'm
She
really
is
scared to see
amazing.
what is going to happen to her.
Yeah.
Because thanks for leaving me with that cliffhanger there, and I have to
Yeah.
wait 2 years. Like I can't. Like Ashley, are you okay?
She's not. She's not
No,
okay. She might be
she's
still
not.
alive, but she's not okay.
No.
I was surprised. Like, I mean, I understood why she went for the V because she figured that was the only way she could not be murdered
Yeah, she
by
could survive.
Homelander. Because then
Yeah.
she'd be like, "See, I'm a soup. You can't like hurt me or whatever." But like with everybody else, V normally just amplifies what's already in you, which makes me so nervous because like what the heck is inside Ashley? Because she's a freak.
She is a freak. Like a freak.
Like, yeah.
Like
Yeah, I do love like when she's contemplating about leaving with A Train and after he leaves and she looks at the little like flashback photo of her that she's got freaking cornrows in like Italy. Girl, you like trailer park trash in that picture.
Yeah. I love Ashley. Like she's a freak. Like
Yeah.
with the whole with the tech night like stuff that she was doing.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Huey, like I didn't think like okay, anytime something in this show happens, I'm like, there's no way like shit can get weirder or like stranger. And then it does.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, when is the limit? Like when is it too much? Because it's like never like the web weaver.
Oh
Come on.
gosh. When
Web
he's being
weaver.
questioned by
Oh my
Homelander and
god.
Sister Sage and he's just literally like every bodily fluid is coming out of him
Just letting loose.
because he's so nervous and I'm like, okay, and then he like starts like doing like the I'm gonna like throw up noises and I'm like, please don't throw up, please don't. I hate when people throw up and stuff. I hate when people throw up in real life. I hate when people throw up on screen. I'm like, please, and then he gets like ripped in half and I was like, oh, okay. And there's like every bodily fluid is just now mixing on the floor and I'm like, huh?
Yeah, that
Huh?
was yeah. Yeah, I didn't like that. And then like when Huey had to like sit on the birthday cake, I was like, I don't
That was
know.
hilarious. It was
I'm like,
so
poor
funny.
Huey.
Yeah, I the only thing that I didn't necessarily, I mean, I didn't really enjoy the whole Tech Knight situation, and I didn't enjoy him as a character in general, and
Yeah.
everything and every Gen V and the boys. But like, I get they were kind of trying to make like a weird, freaky Batman esque kind of person,
Yeah.
but like Huey's dad had just died and he was going into this like undercover situation and I'm like, okay, that's not a good, like the undercover thing, not a good idea. But then we got
It's
into
never a good idea,
this.
especially in this show.
Yeah, and I was just like from a writing perspective, like you're throwing him from one trauma into the other, and I just like I didn't see it as necessary. So I almost wish they either would have put more time in between or would have made like somebody else go because I did not like that Huey was the one in there.
Yeah.
It was a little, yeah, because here's the thing, if the genders were reversed and a girl went into that situation, there would be like uproar of people going, I can't believe you did that and blah, 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 blah. And I mean a lot of people have been very upset over this whole scene with Huey. But yeah, I thought it was too far in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
Like it was just like the whole like with Ashley, that was hilarious. Cause
Ashley's a
she just
freak.
becomes more and more of a freak. But like you kind of see it like when she appears, I'm like, what? But then like you look at her and you go, yeah, that tracks. Because
Yeah.
we've seen her do some freaky things already.
But she's real freaky.
I'm also surprised that Huey didn't get made because he literally does not have Webweaver's like spider
Bite her
butthole
butthole.
thing.
I was thinking that too because I was like, I don't know how they wouldn't notice that. Like, it's
Yeah,
literally
because
like
it's
a
open.
spider. It's a spider butthole. Oh my god! Like when it shoots on MM's face.
Oh, I thought MM was gonna literally die on the spot. But like I literally because Tech Knight kept talking about holes and I was like, that's the first thing he's gonna do is like jam his finger in there, right?
Yeah,
But
like
then
I
he
literally
didn't.
I was wondering that too the whole episode. I was like, how did they like I would feel like once he took his clothes off,
Yeah.
he would have gotten caught. So that's why
Yeah.
I was like, meh, I don't.
So I feel like
It's
that
a
was
little
a
weird.
weird, no pun intended, but a weird loophole that could have been like used to somebody's advantage somewhere. But I literally because he was like, Tech Knight was all like, yeah, sometimes the holes that you're given, you got to make more and whatever. And I'm like, ew, weird. But also, I literally thought that he was either gonna jam his finger or something else in the Spidey bum hole. So, and the fact that he never did, I was like, but you're gonna make holes before you
Yeah,
explore all the
like,
ones that are already there.
yeah, exactly. Oh man, poor Huey. Also, that, like, speaking of Huey,
Mm-hmm.
okay, first off, I don't know if it's me. I don't think it is me because I think the whole internet is saying how crazy Starlight's face looks in this season.
Yeah, she had
She
some
looks
work done.
wild. She looks wild. I don't like, it doesn't even look like, it does look like the same actress, but like it like almost looks like it could be a different actress.
Yeah, it almost looks like they did her like they took somebody completely different and tried to, like when people do like makeup transformations into like
Yeah.
celebrities.
Yeah.
That's
Mhm.
what her and listen, I'm all for people doing what they want to their bodies, to their face. You're gonna the one that has to look at it, right? But she is so stunning and beautiful
Yeah.
that I don't see why she would want to. But again, you do you. But also, if it were me, I wouldn't do anything like that until my contract with a show is up.
Yeah. Cuz she
Like it's
looked
one thing,
wild
yeah,
this season.
she looked a bit scary in some scenes.
Yeah.
And also like a little emotionless. Like
Mhm.
everything is just pulled a little too tight.
Yeah.
And it's like when actresses like get older and they start getting the Botox, but they're still actresses, but they don't emote
Yeah.
as well as they used to in their younger years, and you're like, well, that's all the Botox. That was the
Yeah,
vibe
you
I
can't
got
move your
from
face.
her. Yeah. And I was just like,
Also, I was
but
like really irritated with her at the end because the fact that she was like actually like mad at Huey, and I'm like, listen,
for
I
proposing, even though he didn't realize it wasn't her.
I literally listen. If something is like misplaced, it will be months before I notice it. Okay,
Yeah.
she looked just like her. I would be in the same position as Huey. I'd be like, this.
Oh,
What are you
yeah.
talking about? Like, this literally looks like you.
That and then I hated her comment that she was like, "Well, I guess if you're getting laid, then nothing else matters, right?" And I'm like, "Okay, but even again, if the roles were reversed, if your partner is the one initiating, who is not excited for that? Who's not like,
Yeah,
"Yeah, let's get it on."
yeah,
Like I mean, he's a human being. He's literally just a human. He's just a boy who really loves his girlfriend. And then, yeah, I mean, she's lucky he noticed at all, really.
yeah.
Because
Honestly, I mean,
she did everything known to man to distract him.
yeah.
And
But
he
it didn't
noticed
work.
off like the silliest little things. Like he's like, "Yeah, she found your keys right away."
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Does she never find her keys right away? Like not even like once in a blue moon?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. That whole like little side part of the show, I was like, I don't care for this. Like, Starlight, I like Starlight sometimes, and then sometimes I'm like, you're just a bitch. Like, you're so annoying
Yeah,
sometimes. Like,
yeah. She gets really righteous, and I'm just like,
yeah,
okay, you need to cool your jets,
yeah. And then it's
especially
like,
because your powers
listen,
aren't working right now. Like,
yeah.
get a grip.
And girl, you're not perfect, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I want to like her, but then like she does shit like that, and I'm like, you're so annoying. I wish you would stop being annoying so I can like you.
Yeah, and I feel like it's weird because I feel like we went through this with Huey in season 3, where he was just being a butthead all the time, and
Yeah,
I'm like, I really liked you the first 2 seasons, Huey, and now I don't like you because you're being really annoying and irritating. I feel like that this season is the season for Starlight to do
for
that, and I'm like,
Starlight. Yeah, the roles are reversed this time.
yes, and it's irritating the whole time, and I don't know. But yeah, I was really sad though when they mentioned that she got an abortion. I
Yeah,
was devastated. Like I mean I get her perspective because she's doesn't want to bring a super baby into the world she's currently living in, but I was really sad on behalf of Huey
yeah,
because I feel like Huey would be a really good dad. He'd be so cute with the baby.
yeah, yeah. I like. I get. I honestly, I get it because, like, if any world exists with Homelander, I don't think you should bring a baby
Yeah.
into that.
Nope.
Homelander is so scary, and this season, he's been truly, like, the most terrifying.
Yeah.
Like,
He's
with,
unhinged
oh my
and
god, especially, like, with
terrifying.
Ryan, too. I'm like,
Oh my god. Our poor sweet baby Ryan.
oh my god, I know. It's like,
Who just wants to be a kid. He just wants to like hang out and do stuff. But he's got freaking Homelander on one side and Butcher on the other, and
yeah,
and he's
and
just being forced into the soup life. And like not even just like the actual superhero part, but all the VOT BS that they
yeah,
have to
all the
do,
media and stuff,
the
yeah.
show and dance. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, poor Ryan. Oh, and then like when he found Butcher's like picture that he gave him
Oh
and like destroyed the
yeah.
room, I was like, this is terrifying. Like if I was Ryan, I'd be shitting my pants.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I am going to die. This is like he is so scary. Also, his milk obsession is just getting ridiculous at this point.
Homelanders?
Yes. Did you know that
Uh,
that was actually Anthony Starr's idea?
the milk?
Yeah, like I don't know if he like originally suggested it, but like after they did like the first milk scene, he was like, "No, this is funny. We got to keep going with this."
Oh gosh.
So you can thank him for
Yeah.
Homelander's like weird titty milk obsession.
Yeah, I do love though that we do get to see Firecracker's health start to deteriorate because of all the meds.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, "Don't worry, I'm just having a heart palpitation." I'm like, "Homegirl, you're having a heart attack right now," and you're like, "It's fine, it's
And
fine."
Homelander's like, "Get away from me. You're
Yeah, and then all of a
disgusting."
sudden he's like, "Yeah, you're like disgusting," right? And I'm like, "She's not like contagious,
Like the look
but
on
she
his
is
face is
taking a
so
lot of
great.
meds for you." Like, good lord.
Yeah, like with the like baby bottles on the friggin'
Yeah,
table. I'm like, I hate this place. I can't stand it. Like
I
these
also
people
like that
are
it was
crazy.
in. I like that it was in
Like
baby
in,
bottles.
I know. I was like, did we have to keep it in the baby bottles? Like it couldn't have
Yeah,
just been like in a
and
regular
a
like
and a
glass.
milk bottle. Yeah,
Like why? Why I
like
don't
yeah, had to
like
be baby bottle.
that. Like when she like squirts the milk like in his face,
And
and
the
he's like, oh my
revelation that
god.
he
He's
was
like,
like,
oh my
"Oh
god.
my god."
Like I like that he's like, no, I'm not attracted to you. I don't want that. And then she like squirts him with the milk, and he's like, oh my god, I just hit the gold mine.
Yeah, and then she like nurses him, and I'm like,
Yeah, I'm like, why are we doing this? Stop it.
and I honestly, I thought it was gonna be like a power move for her. Like I thought she was gonna use it to her advantage, but no, she's just a Homelander simp. That's all she
Yeah.
is.
Oh yeah.
She's like, "Whatever you want, my liege," and I'm like, "Oh
Ew.
no."
Homelander is scary, and I'm really scared about next season because
Because he's the
okay.
president now,
Let
basically.
me tell you that out of everything that happened in this show, the ending I think I was not expecting the most. Like I
Hmm.
did not think Newman was going to die.
I thought she would die next season. I didn't think she was gonna die this season.
Yeah, I thought she would be around for another, and then when Butcher came out of
Oh
nowhere and just
my
ripped her to shreds, I was like,
god.
oh, I was like, wait, what? What are
Yeah,
you
he had
talking
like this
about?
weird tentacle thing coming out of his chest, and I was like, no. But like, so I'm curious because like he obviously has been taking Temp V,
Yes, and
but
is
like,
dying.
did he like get a hold of like actual V and took actual V, and that's why he's got a tentacle monster coming out of his chest?
I don't know. Because he
Or did
was
he
like
just
on
take
his
so much?
deathbed.
Yeah, or did he just take so much Temp V that it just finally like made him like full V, you know?
I'm not sure because he was like about to die, and then he was like,
Yeah.
"Hey guys, I'm gonna rip this bitch to shreds," and I was like, "I okay, hold on a second. There's a lot going on, right?" And it was like the all the like the last like half of that show was so insane. I like couldn't keep up. There was so much happening.
Yeah.
I'm like, there's so many moving parts.
I was about to say you can tell they're setting up for one last season because
Hmm.
literally everything is in motion. Like
Yeah.
the whole like literally I think last night I finished, let's say, I think the episode's like 40 minutes long, the last episode. So I got
Hmm.
about 30 minutes in, and then Wyatt called me, and so I didn't finish the last 10 minutes until today. And literally that last like 10 minutes of the show,
It's insane.
absolutely insane.
Like there's so much happening in that last 10 minutes. Like they're like, okay, cool, deuces, we're gonna all go our separate ways because shit's crazy now.
Yeah.
And
And
then
then they
it's
get
like,
caught.
nope,
All
you're
of them
not.
get
And then
caught.
the Gen V, we get the Gen V
I
people.
know. I
I
was
was
like,
like,
"Oh
are
my
you
god."
kidding me right now? I was like, I don't like you people anyways. And
Yeah.
then you're just gonna come in here like that? Now I really don't like you.
Yeah.
And also the fact that Kimiko finally talked, and that was what
Oh.
was making her talk. I was like, I am gonna lose my mind right now
Yeah.
because they're supposed to fall happily in love and live
And
happily
live
ever
happily
after
ever
together.
after.
Yeah, and now it's like, stop. Like we waited
Yeah.
4 seasons for them to be a thing, and like now they are at the last
Literally.
episode.
And we were devastated when she said, "You should be with Colin, not me." And the only reason she thought that was because she thought she was a terrible person. And
Yeah,
when she literally told that to Frenchie, I was looking at her and then looking at Frenchie and then looking at her and going, "You really think that you're not good enough for this man? This man's not good enough for you, baby."
yeah.
Like,
Also, I
but
think you guys have both done like fucked up shit, and
terrible,
like
terrible
are
things.
like still continuing to do it because like
Yeah,
people still
together.
die, and yeah. So I'm like, I don't know why there would be literally any reason you guys wouldn't be together. Like you taught
Yeah,
him your
match made
sign
in heaven.
language. Yeah,
Yeah, Frenchie learned that for you, and then you at one
yeah,
point gave up your powers, and I'm like, "Ugh, guys, like you're both Delulu, but in the wrong way."
yeah. Like you need to be together.
Yeah, you
Um.
Delulu together, the
So it
same
was like
Delulu.
finally we're like, yes, we got it, they're together, and then the end happens, and I'm like, why
Yeah, and then they're
would you
ripped
do this to
apart from
me?
each other, and I'm like, no. And then she's screaming at the end,
Yeah, and I'm like, that's
and I'm
what
like,
made her talk again. Is just like,
yeah,
I can't. I'm sad about it. I really hope that they just end up together. Like, I don't want anything to happen to them. They're so sweet and cute,
I
and I
mean,
love them
like
so much.
literally like 15 minutes earlier in the show, Frenchie was literally sawing her leg off
Yeah,
because she got injected with the virus. That was really gross and worked, but he was just like, "I got you. Let me tie my belt around your thigh. Look at this bee, and I'm gonna saw your leg off."
yeah. You don't just let anybody saw your leg off. You know,
No. Yeah.
like that's real. That's real shit right there.
Yeah. And it wasn't even with a bone saw, so it hurt far
Oh yeah.
more than it should have.
Oh yeah.
And then I like that her leg was on ice. Like they were like, "Here it is." And I'm like, ah. I do like her Deadpool esque powers though this season, where she just grows her limbs back.
Yeah, the little baby arm.
The baby arm is
Little
literally
baby
the
arm.
best. I love literally like the first time I'd ever seen a character do that was Deadpool, and he had a little baby hand, and I'm like, this is literally the greatest part of this superpower. And then Kimiko did it, and I'm like, this is literally the greatest. I love this. 14 more.
Spectacular. Give me 14 more. Give me all the baby arms and baby hands.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. That ending was really, like, when I saw the Gen V people, I was like, this is not good. Why are you guys here? Why are you here?
Yeah.
Like, but I will say, very happy at the ending. We did get a little sliver, tiny little sliver, itty bitty, littlest sliver of Soldier Boy.
Oh, hell yeah.
Like, just like the littlest bit of, they just crumbed us, like just the tiniest crumb.
The
They're like, here you
tiniest
go.
morsel, but did we munch on that morsel? Abs-freaking-lutely.
Yeah, I was like, ooh, man, oh man, I
I
am
love
stoked.
Jensen Ackles. So
Me too. Honestly, he's like been showing up on my TikToks and like Instagrams,
yes.
and I'm like, he like, especially like the one where he's showing like the deep fake of him. I'm like, I love that video so much. And like him as Soldier Boy, because Soldier Boy just like does not give a shit. And
No.
he just does it so well.
And I
And
love that
I
every muscle underneath that Soldier Boy costume
is
is
real.
all him. All him. I'm like, ugh. And then he's got his beard and the cute little haircut, and I can't. I literally am gonna die.
Yeah, it'll be interesting with him next season with
Yeah.
Homelander
I really
and his
hope that
rampage.
like he actually like comes like they uncryotube him, they like defrost him to bring him back in because Jared Padalecki, who plays Sam Winchester on Supernatural, is rumored to be appearing next season.
What?
So to literally see both of them, and hopefully Jeffrey Dean Morgan will be back too, because obviously Butcher's delusion isn't going away.
No.
To have literally the three of them on a show
They
at the
just
same
like
time.
did they just like transfer like Supernatural over to this
Yes.
show? Like all of the
Yes.
the actors? Because I saw that
Literally.
the president
Yeah.
or like the presidential
Robert
candidate.
Singer in The Boys
Yeah.
is also Bobby Singer in Supernatural.
What? That's
Literally
crazy.
the same
What? That's
name.
crazy.
But also, like, I don't know if you remembered because you haven't gotten to Bobby's seasons in Supernatural, but when he's like playing like golf in his office and he goes, "You idiots." And I'm like, "Oh, Supernatural reference." And then he
What?
yeah, and then like he like puts his little ball and it doesn't make it in and he goes, "Balls." Supernatural reference.
What? That's
Yeah.
crazy.
I feel like though, and I don't know if it's because again, like recent controversy over various things in The Boys, but I feel like Eric Kripke is really leaning into the fact that so many of us are still Supernatural fans, and that has transferred over to The Boys. So
Yeah.
I will say, like, when Robert Singer said both of those things, I was like, that was kind of cheesy. But also, like, the Supernatural nerd in me was very excited that they made a Supernatural
You're like, I'm
reference.
here for it. Thank
Like,
you.
I'm here for it. That was cheesy as heck, but I'm here for it.
Also, did you see um speaking of controversies, did you see they had to change the title of the last episode?
No, what was it
Yeah,
before?
so
I know their little warning that showed up saying that we didn't, if
yeah.
any events in the show line up with real life, we did not mean it, and blah blah
This is
blah.
not yeah, it's just a coincidence, swear to God.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they named it Assassination Run originally.
Oh.
And because of current events, recent events, they had to change it to season 4 finale.
Oh. They could
I'm
have
like
picked a
that.
better name.
Yeah, I know. I was like, that's pretty lame, but also I get it because it was like so like he literally like it was like it happened within like 2 or 3 days of each other, and I'm like that is a little weird.
Yeah.
But I also understand why they had to change the title to be like, wait, listen, oh,
Yeah.
whoa.
It's almost like, like when you see all the memes and stuff of like the Simpsons predicting the future.
Yeah, it's like
It's
the
like
boys,
that
but
situation and you're just like, "Oh
yeah, I'm
no."
like, oh, that's a little too close and coincidental, but also like it's crazy that they had to change the name
Yeah.
because of like everything that was going on. Yeah, crazy. The Boys is crazy. It's a wild show. It'll take you for a wild ride, that's for sure.
Yeah, so I'm interested to see like what's gonna happen next season because obviously, so one of my predictions came true in that Butcher is gonna survive until next season. Um, the now that I like that we know that he's going to survive. It seems like the countdown calendar that they had for Butcher was kind of annoying. Like, I feel like it didn't need to be as prominent as it was, because it did make it seem like they were ready to kill him off this season
Well, yeah, and that, and like the same thing with like Homelander,
with
because
his gray hairs.
like, yeah, when we talked about it in the last episode,
Mm-hmm.
or the last boys episode, how they're kind of, because their lives kind of coincide with each other,
Yeah.
and that was kind of like Butcher's dying and Homelander's aging, but they never touched back up on it. So I'm interested to see if they like go back to that in the next season, because like he is obviously aging.
Yeah. Yeah, because I know, like, for Homelander, the only thing they showed was his jar of gray hairs and then him, like, pulling it out and going, this is ridiculous, or this is stupid, or something like that. And then that was the end of it. And I was like, so is he not going to continue to pull out his gray ball
Yeah,
hairs?
I'm like, is this
Or
is this
are we
just
done
the
with
end of
that?
that? Yeah, are we
Yeah.
done with that? Like, you just wanted to show him doing it the one time just for funsies? Like,
Yeah. So that was kind of a weird, like, oh, like, I felt like it was going to be something more significant
yeah.
than it ended up
Yeah,
being.
yeah. I agree. I figured that it would be like kind of how like what's going on with Butcher, like, because he was gonna die.
Yeah.
And then he
Butcher
was like,
was literally
nah.
on, like, death's doorstep.
Yeah. Also, I knew, like, what was I gonna say? I don't remember. Something about Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
That he was not real.
Oh yeah, that he wasn't real. Yeah. Like, once like Butcher started like really talking to him and stuff, I was
Yeah.
like, no, like he's definitely not there, and nobody else is talking to him. And they're only talking to Butcher, and like that's rude. First of all, like if there's somebody there, you should talk to them. And then like once Becca started, and then I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I figured he was not real.
Yeah, I think that was my favorite part of this season, was the kind of, like, slow burn. Because, like, at
Mm-hmm.
first, the only time Jeffrey Dean Morgan and Butcher ever, like, chatted or whatever, there was nobody else around anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was always just them two. So you're just like, oh, okay. But then, like, slowly he started appearing in places that had more people or that had different situations. And literally, I think it was the episode that was revealed. I saw somebody's, like, conspiracy theory on TikTok. And so that just, like, made me, like, pay attention even more. And I'm like, this is the episode they're going to reveal that in. And then, like, literally 10 minutes later, he, like, is when he turned to Becca and told her to shut up. And I was like, oh, dang, that person on TikTok was right.
Yeah. I had a feeling like once like he started being in it more, I
Yeah.
was like, I feel like he's not real. And Butcher has, this like brain eating tumor.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, yeah, no.
And it's like, you also had to know he wasn't real, because if you're going to have somebody like Jeffrey Dean Morgan on your show, I feel like you would use that to full advantage if he was going to
oh,
be
yeah.
like a regular character.
Oh.
Wise words from our sponsor.
Yeah. Do you enjoy The Boys? Thank you. Thank you for your comments. Okay, you can leave now. She just wanted to tell me that she just used the litter box. She does this every time for some reason.
I
in
have
case you were
pooped.
wondering. I pooped. I did it, everybody. She just wants to let you know. Yeah, no, I was like, especially Jeffrey Dean Morgan, and like I'm like, it has to be something iconic.
Oh, absolutely.
Like he's Negan for
Yeah.
God's sake. Like it has to be iconic. And
Yeah.
the fact that it's Butcher self-conscious is like very on brand. Very on
Yeah.
brand.
Yeah. I too also seen Jeffrey Dean Morgan in my delusion.
Yeah. Me too. That man is such a fine old man.
Yeah. He's daddy for sure.
Oh yeah. Lots of daddies coming home.
Daddies everywhere. Yeah. Daddy's definitely home. Which one? All of them.
Yeah, all of them.
Um, I'm interested to see what happens with Ryan next season because I feel
Hmm.
like this season he was very much child in the middle of divorced parents situation.
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah,
And
with him and
with Homelander and
yeah.
Butcher. Um, but like the thing that I think devastated me the most about Ryan was when Butcher was in the hospital and like Butcher he needs to learn how to spit things out to the people he loves because he just takes too freaking forever and then somebody literally shouts it and then he's like that's not how I wanted to do it and I'm like babe
I'm trying to ease into it. It's like, but
yeah
you gotta
but you
ease
gotta
into
do
it
it faster.
faster.
Like when Grace is telling Ryan that like your mom was raped, that's why she had you, and he killed all those people on that airplane and he's the one that what he did something about the assassination, right? He was like the one that like ordered it or whatever.
Yeah, that was his doing.
Yeah, and our sweet baby Brian still is on Homelander's, like he is still on his side, like
My
he still
God.
wants to protect him, and I'm like, your father is literally a lunatic. I
Yeah.
understand you don't want to like final blow him, but like you need to help get him under control.
Oh my God. And then when he killed Grace, I was like,
I was
Ryan, why would you do
devastated.
that? Oh my God. That was so sad.
But it was weird. Okay, the kid who plays Ryan, Chef Kiss, like that kid is going places.
Oh
Because
yeah.
literally when Ryan pushes Grace and you hear her neck go like he does this really interesting like face twitch where he has that classic Ryan like, "Oh my god, I can't believe I did that." But then you see Homelander poke through for a second, like I didn't feel anything for that. And you're just like, "Oh
Yeah.
no. Oh no, he is also a homicidal maniac."
Yeah. That he's the kid that plays him is phenomenal. But oh God, it's just like everybody tried so hard to protect him, but
Yeah.
Homelander is just scary. Like you
Yeah,
literally can't. Like nobody could go up against him.
no, and I feel like with Ryan in particular, Homelander's got this like magnetic personality for him. And I don't know if it's because he's the only biological parent he has left.
Hmm.
If it's because like when he was younger and Homelander first found out about him that he was really like best buddies, we're going to be, together and Butcher's the one that doesn't want us to be friends and things like that. But Ryan, he just keeps like snapping back to him and back to his defense. And I'm like, Ryan,
Yeah, because then he'll be like doing so good, and then you're like, Ryan,
yeah,
he's Homelander bad, okay?
yeah,
Homelander, the worst person to ever exist.
like literally, even your conception was
Is
not good.
bad.
Is
Yeah,
bad.
bad.
Bad event. I know your mom is very happy to have baby and all that, but bad. Bad. Not no good. Not no consent in that relationship whatsoever.
Yeah. Yeah. I am very interested to see how they kind of wrap that stuff up, like with Ryan, because obviously
Yeah.
like he's still young. So I'm interested to see that next season.
Yeah. I'm also interested to see like so if they do like unfreeze Soldier Boy and you've got 3 generations of homicidal maniacs, one who's definitely stuck in the past, one who thinks he knows the future, and another one who just wants like peace, love, and happiness. Like that trio is literally just gonna set the world on fire
It's very
in a
lethal.
very bad way.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. I am That'll be a very interesting. I do hope they unfreeze him because I love Soldier Boy very much,
We
and
need to
obviously
need
we
we
need
need the
more.
other unfreezing scene where he's just totally naked, please. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, give me all
Give
of that.
me what we need.
We already saw one Supernatural cast member naked. What's another one?
Yeah, why not the other one?
Yeah, why not the other one? So overall, what would you rate this season out of, I don't know, 5? What's it normally out of? I don't know.
5 or
Movie
10. We
reviews.
can do 5.
Okay, let's do 5.
Overall, I would say like a 2.5.
See, I was gonna say like a 3. I was gonna say like a 3 out of 5.
I was gonna say 3 as well, but I feel like there's a lot more that I don't like than what I do like. Like, there's a lot of aspects of this season that I like and I understand, and then there's other things that I feel were just unnecessary.
Yeah.
Like, and also, like, you just automatically subtract at least one whole star for the deep, just in general.
Yeah.
Like,
So you know
besides
what? The
season one,
it could
like,
have been a lot better, the deep. So, but you ruined it. So thanks.
yeah. I just, like, compared to, like, season 1 and season 2, in my, like, season 1 is the best because we're getting a lot of introduction, we don't know a lot of things, and I feel like this world functions better when you're looking too close versus when you're getting the whole picture.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so it feels like each season we kind of get like further and further away, like they're backing up the camera on the story.
Mm-hmm.
And I like there's some details that I didn't think were necessary or that we needed to know. But also I think like with Sister Sage in particular, I think they're trying to go too hard with certain superpowers because she's the smartest person in the world.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's a really hard character to write for. I don't know if she's in the comics or not, but I feel like that's a really hard character to write for when you're including her in so many things instead of letting her move in the shadows kind of situation.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think if she had just kind of like randomly popped in here and there to like prove a point, maybe that would have been a little better. I did like her falling out with Homelander and then her coming back to essentially rub it in his face that she was correct. I feel
Yeah.
like we could have used a little more of that throughout the season. Like, I feel like she should have like went off into the shadows, did some cooking, and then came back every time her plan worked.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
That would have been that would have been better. Yeah, because she was definitely like, because she was basically like Homelander's right hand man.
yeah. But I feel like, and then, I mean, I get why he thrust her into the spotlight, but also I kind of wish he wouldn't have. Like, I really wish she would have been very mysterious in this season, and
Mm-hmm.
then next season we
Mm-hmm.
would have seen a lot more because we would have seen all the things that she had her fingers in, and then next season we get to see how she works and how she comes
How
about
they
these
play out.
things.
Mm-hmm.
So I think she could have been a little more mysterious. We definitely needed to tone down the deep, especially now that he
Oh
has
God.
murdered Ambrosia. Because rude. Um, let's see, Firecracker. I liked her level of involvement in this season. I love it, and again, annoying as heck, but I do love that she is just a simp for Homelander. Because
Yeah,
I
because it's like, come on, girl.
Yeah,
Like, come
you're like, there's
on.
so many other choices out
Come on.
there.
Like,
Um,
Homelander? Like, really?
yeah, yeah,
Like,
but also I feel like they tried to do that with Stormfront, except they
yeah.
wanted Stormfront to be his equal, and I'm like, for Homelander, he doesn't want an equal.
No, he
He
wants somebody that
wants
will follow
a
him
simp.
around. Yeah.
Yeah. He wants somebody that will literally do everything in their power to make him happy, to please him. And
Including taking medication to produce
to produce
milk.
milk. And Stormfront did that to a certain extent, but I think when they brought in like the Nazi aspect of her, that
Yeah.
I think that's where they lost me on her. Because I was like, that was very stereotypical and also very dumb. Like I could have if she was not a Nazi, I think her character would have been 100 times better. Um, and I feel like they only did that because Soldier Boy was found in Russia. So they were like, well, we got to bring the Nazis up now. We brought up Russia. And I'm like, do you though? Like, I
Do
feel like
you?
we could have like
Do we?
left that alone.
Yeah.
Um, but I am sad that A Train is, I mean, like, again, A Train annoying, but I am sad that it seems like he's not going to be in next season because he ran off.
Yeah. Because he
He
was
might make like,
exposed.
yeah, he might make like maybe a special appearance, but I also feel like if he was going to do the I'm going to sacrifice myself for the greater good, he probably would have done it this season. Um,
Yeah.
but I did like his involvement with the boys this season. I thought that was a fun tidbit. I almost wish they would have played with it a little more.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but it is what it is. Who else? We already said we love Ashley. We are Ashley supporters in this household.
Ashley stands.
Who else? I'm trying to think who else is in this season. Oh, Kimiko's backstory didn't go anywhere.
No.
Like, I truly, when she ran into that girl from camp that she knew, I was like, oh, they're gonna get like involved with like the mafia or something, right? And then they're just gonna have another group after them, but
Yeah.
it never
No,
went
it didn't really
anywhere.
go
Like
anywhere. Mm-mm.
we learned why she stopped talking, which is fabulous. I love that little tidbit, but again, she was like, I know this girl, they're part of like a mafia situation. And I'm like, oh, this is gonna be like another group that's either gonna be trying to kill the Soups or control the Soups. And then she just kind of like disappeared.
Yeah, like,
I
oh,
was
okay.
like,
Oh, we're
oh,
done with that? Oh, okay.
yeah, we're done with the people who are child trafficking. All right, I
Okay.
guess.
All
I
right,
guess we'll
fine.
table that. But I am excited too to see Gen V, all the Gen V kids, hopefully, in the next season. Except Chance Perdomo, rest in peace.
Yeah,
Um,
R.I.P.
but hopefully the other, because the main girl, I can't remember what her actual name is, the one with the blood powers.
Mm-hmm.
She obviously didn't appear, but Sam and the blonde girl with the really crazy powers, they both appeared. So I'm kind of hoping they start kind of dragging everybody else from Gen V
Yeah,
in.
like slowly bring them in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Well, the blonde girl's gonna flip if Soldier Boy comes back in person.
oh man.
I would love to see
I,
that interaction. I need her to fangirl over him. I need her to do it for me. Okay?
which, yeah, because we all do. So,
Yes.
do it in the show.
But yeah, I mean, it was an okay season. I don't think it was the best season,
No.
but there's a lot of things in motion. There's a lot of possibilities for next season. I'm kind of hoping, because this season was only 8 episodes, so I'm kind of hoping maybe next season will be like 12 or maybe
Yeah.
like
Yeah, especially since
15,
it's going to be the last season, like I really hope they make it like a little bit longer.
or do like
Cuz I
a
want
two-parter
shit to get like,
finale.
yeah, I want it to get like crazy, you know? Like if you're going to end a show like The Boys, like you got
Hmm.
to make it like batshit insane, right? Like I really hope that they make it crazy.
Yeah, I don't want them to do the safe option, which I feel like a lot of shows nowadays do, where they don't like end it. They're like, oh, maybe in the future we can do a
Yeah.
spin-off or do no, I want this to be the end of this show. Like,
Yeah, like
yeah,
wrap it
there's
up.
obviously life after this as in any pretty much any universe, but I want this storyline to be done.
Yeah.
Like, I definitely want like Homelander and Butcher's stories to be done, to
Yeah.
end,
Mhm.
finale. If one of them
Done.
walks off into the sunset, then by all means, but one of them 100% has to be done. They have to be dead, honestly.
Yeah.
One of them.
Yeah,
If
honestly.
not both. But
I
like
agree.
yeah, I feel like a lot of times they're like, "Ooh, maybe we'll come back in a few years or no. I don't it has to end, and this show in particular has to end in one giant bloody mess.
Oh yeah, like
Like
one like
utter
massive
devastation.
world war. Yeah.
Yes. Like, here's the thing. If it ends and like this universe is on the verge of World War III, beautiful. That's exactly where it should be ending. Or
Hmm.
we end with all the superheroes dead and everybody trying to deal with that aftermath. But it has to have like some final act. Like it has to be like a nice
Yeah.
chop.
Yeah, I agree. I hope to see a lot of the stuff, if not all of it,
Yes.
wrapped up.
Yeah. And a nice little bow.
Yes.
What did you rate?
Oh,
You rated it 3, huh?
yes.
Okay. I'm like, I think we did talk about I just went off on a tangent. I was like, I'm pretty sure we told Casey's rating.
Yes.
Do we have
Three,
anything
three.
else? Do we have anything else to add?
I don't think so. I am very excited for the next season, even though it's 2 years away. But like we were just saying, I'm very excited for to wrap things up. I love the boys.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it wasn't my favorite season, I still love this show a lot.
Yeah, I truly think the actors are phenomenal,
Oh,
and
absolutely.
them being in to the fourth season of their characters for most of them, like they know how their characters like act and move and think, and they really bring their A game to these characters. So
Yeah.
phenomenal.
100%.
Um, and obviously the FX department, both digital and practical, top tier. We love you guys. Best in the
Yes. Keep
business.
keep keep
Um,
doing what you do.
keep building giant dicks.
Please don't ever stop.
Yeah. Alrighty, so that is it for this episode. We hope you guys enjoyed. Let us know. Spotify has this new feature where you guys can like comment down below. So
Oh,
whether so if you're listening on Spotify or YouTube, make sure to drop a comment. What did you think of this season? What were the things that you liked? What were the things that you absolutely hated? Please rate your hatred for the deep on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 million being the top answer. Um, we have on Etsy some stickers for the podcast if you guys want to support us monetarily for purchase over on my Etsy store. The links will be somewhere. You'll be able to find them. If you can't, then go to our Instagram because they're 100% there. And make sure to follow us there. Follow us on TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. I feel like
I
there
think
might
that's
be another
everything.
one. I think it is everything because I don't think we have anything else.
No.
Um, Yeah, I think that was it. I think I finished my list. It was not in the usual order that I normally rattle off things, so now I'm lost.
I think I don't know. I don't know what
I'm
to
like,
do.
I think that was it. And we will see you guys in the next episode. Goodbye.
Bye.